Fire, Democrats are turning to violence, shredding papers, YouTubers like me are getting assassinated. So I'm gonna go with most important video I've ever made and might even be my last.
The U.S. Agency for International Development is instructing its staff in Washington to shred and burn documents, according to an email obtained by NBC News. The document destruction was set to take place Tuesday, according to an email from Erica Carr, the agency's acting executive secretary. Quote, shred as many documents first and reserve the burn bags for when the shredder becomes unavailable or needs a break.
Mr. Jenkins, some people from Doge are here to see you.
Shred it right now. Start shredding. Start now. Pull your desks. Get all the papers.
I would say nothing says you are more guilty as F than when you take up the tactic of burn it all down, shred it all down. Where is the justice? Go get him, Pamela. General Mike Flynn maybe calls for Attorney General Pam Bondi to issue arrests after email. It was you emailed it. I mean, are they that technology challenged? You don't send it via email. Send it like Telegram, like you do with the pictures where you're like, oh, my clothes. And you give them about 5 seconds, which is kind of like foreplay, which 5 seconds, 10 max. Because I'm about time and efficiency, the car's still gonna end up in the same garage. Here is the document, and if you could hit the subscribe button, much appreciated. Good afternoon. Thank you for your assistance. Shred everything. Thank you so much, Black Box Acting Executive Secretary. Once again, what South Park episode are we currently in? Is this when they burn the whole school down to the ground? I guess these kids go on to become acting secretaries of U.S. aid. And for those of you that would like to put a face to the crime, here is MS Carr. But I'm trying not to laugh. I mean, I'm seeing this document. Shred as many documents first and reserve the burn bags for when the shredder becomes unavailable or needs a break. And my question is, why are they waiting so long? It's like you getting busted in high school, because I know you did. You're like, oh, shoot, the garage is opening. I still got 2 more minutes. But if it has never been so evident before that you cannot trust anyone in government, in media, because now we're finding out, okay, so all our media propagandists, oh, you're getting funded? Actually, Whoopi, we all love Whoopi. Doge found $6 million grant awarded to Whoopi Goldberg to, quote, promote diversity on The View. And it's finally nice that all of my tinfoil hat and doom and gloom and when is this all gonna come true? How about right now? Now when there's a story like this, UK government preparing for more riots this summer. That's because we're gonna have more riots this summer. Well, how do you know this? How about they issue a bond, they give it to Soros, Soros gives it to other bad people, they burn your house down along with your neighbors, and the people that are in charge are not there to protect you. Like these people that have badges or walkers or diapers. They're not here to protect you. It's like everyone is here just to make money. Hey, I know that's a rapper up there. It's next to this John guy. If you were wondering why I leave out names or I say them different, that's because of the algorithm, which absolutely hates me, but not as much as they hate this guy. That guy's name is Alex, and he just got a call from General Flynn, just called to warn, okay, that he has confirmed. We're reading, it's like Hooked on Phonics, high-level intel source, that there is a credible assassination plot actively taking place against him. Also on YouTube, if I show his clip, my channel gets one of those things. And if you have 3 strikes, you're out. So I have to be very careful when talking about Alex, but like I said yesterday, one of his dudes just got shot outside of basically my house. So if anyone knows General Flynn, have him give me a call. Kind of like to know if I'm one of those lists. But John, co-conspirator to that dude that raps, was police captain? What? Actually, I have a lot of friends that were there. Not doing good now. Did not do good after the shootings. Me, I was in the military. Okay, here's another bullet. Them, not so much. Deadliest shooting in U.S. history. He was police chief. Maui. So we got Las Vegas. We got Maui. This is the same guy who was hungry for Hawaiians to submit samples. Huh. Now he's a defendant? Man, I just pasted this. We got Oprah Winfrey, the connections, civilians, what else? Anything else? Shoot, yep, it's all coming down. I just really need to see these guys go to jail. Again, it's like, it's the people you trust. Like, we trust you. You did the right. What? No, you didn't? That's why I'm careful about my sniffer. You know, when you get new people, I'm like, okay, give them a minute. See if they're doing the right things. They're not hiding documentation from us. ICE has officially hit its illegal alien detention capacity. They are currently maxed out at 48,000 detainees. No, when talking about detainees and Mexicans and Mexico border, I got one that'll make you go, but first, coming in from South Park and a government shutdown, and Canada is mad.
Democrats are trying to shut down the government.
Because I think they're trying to inflict as much pain in a political type situation, and that's very pitiful. And also, they want to shut down Doge because it's getting very close to home, and they know it. They're getting calls from their big contributors saying, hey man, we're getting this federal money, and y'all getting ready to cut it off. We're not going to be able to feed the trough, the campaign trough.
This is much more than about our economy. It is about the future of our country. Canadian sovereignty and identity are non-negotiable.
This needs to stop. This is hurtful for workers. This is hurtful for industry. This is hurtful for the competitiveness of North America. Canadian steel and aluminum are essential for North America.
I am announcing that the Government of Canada, following a dollar-for-dollar approach, will be imposing, as of 12:01 a.m.
Now I'm confused. AM or PM? You guys know you do that. You're like 12. What is 12? Well, thank you, Finance Minister, for giving us the AM, because I would have been lost. Also, the tariff fight just keeps going. And you and I will have to continue to go through the pain. This is what it is. I mean, if you don't want to pay the federal tax thing, this is what the orange guy says. Let's give him a break. It's only been a month. Let's give him like 4 years. You gave Joey B 4 years. Because I know as this thing rolls on, people are going to become more and more mad. My stock market down. Oh, also, you know the watch list that you're in at really cheap? Those are going to $40 this week, and I forgot to mention it. My futures course is going to $1,000. You have 2 hours and 4. I have to, some of you guys are like, what? You didn't change the price. I need my developer to fix it. Hurry up and squeeze into that garage for $199. Unless he fixes it tonight, then I'm sorry, your time was up. When you wanted to learn how to go short, you missed it. Or going long, you haven't missed it yet. Again, that needs to close above the blue line. On SPY, SPY, and I'm putting a lot of money on this one. But now back to the tariffs, Commerce Secretary, no taxes. I mean, this is supposed to be like 150, if you're making up to 150,000, like give this one some time. This was a long interview, but I'm gonna shorten it by, I'll give you 10 seconds.
The deficit and the debt, why extend the Trump tax cuts? That's trillions of dollars right there.
Taxing Americans. Putting a $4 trillion tax hike on Americans is like, what's the term? The opposite of Donald Trump. Mm-hmm. He wants to bring down the Internal Revenue Service, and those Democrats who say, oh, let's raise taxes on all Americans. That's the more taxes from the Internal Revenue Service. Listen to Donald Trump. He said, I created the External Revenue Service to have other people pay, not Americans. It's time for Americans to realize that everyone else is living off of us. Let's let them pay some of their fair share. Instead of we all say, oh, we pay our fair share. How about all the people who are living off us? How about Mercedes? Think of all the cars they sell. How about they pay some? Look at everything you buy. Maybe, just maybe, the people who provide that should pay.
I say, yeah, no taxes. Done. Let's, you keep preaching. We'll conclude. Go ahead.
Tax scam. How about we end the tax scams? Bring the money back. Reduce our taxes. Who's our? All of America. Eliminate the tax on tips, tax on overtime, tax on Social Security. Drive down the tax rate of America. Sell green cards, call them gold cards, instead of giving away $400,000 a year. Do you realize if we sold those $400,000 a year for $5 million each, you know that's $2 trillion every time. $2 trillion. We'd have no budget deficit. We could lower taxes on America. These are the thoughts of the guy in the White House. I keep pointing right there because that's where he is. He's right over there. It takes me at least
It's the orange guy. Remember, you guys, orange man, good. Also, sell this stuff. Looks like this dude's selling it on Amazon. No, I won't even talk to you about my course on it. Those are the two solutions in life to make a dent in the universe that schools don't teach you about. Start a business, trade equities. And then you don't have to worry about it if your government gets shut down, if you work for an education, which I did for 50 million years, Department of Education, to cut half of its workforce. And rather than teaching kids how to read a book, you make the book. And then do your best to make $150,000 a year and pay no taxes. Hopefully these policies work. Also, can I ask a big favor? Can you hit the share button? Because I know the CBS, this video is not going to be able to get monetized. I know when I make certain videos, like the one I get the yellow thing, they say no money for you, Johnny Bravo, who's on Twitter now. MSNBC justifies the violence targeted towards Tesla as a form of protest, not domestic terror. Tell us, Jay Bravo. Listen
But then
in.
you also overnight have this post claiming that protests at Tesla dealerships are illegal. He said today he would label violence against dealerships domestic terrorism. Now, you know I am judicious in how I play this sound, but I think you need to hear it from him.
Mr. President talks about some of the violence that's been going on around the country at dealerships. Some say they...
I'm going to jump forward because I know you have limited time.
Oh, hell.
So just to be clear, you protest a private company, you are labeled by this administration a domestic terrorist.
It's breaking news. When you blow things up, okay, you're not a good person. This is not like protest. This isn't like you're sitting on a bus and you're like, nah, I'm not going to get off. You see, that's a form of protest. But blowing the bus up, that is not good. My daughter, African American, okay, is being prosecuted for a felony. Oh no! Vandalisms to oh, you're in California. She's fine. What else can be done? Who can we contact? This is terrible. And she was told by her friends, the lawyer, she was coaxed. The friend said, come on, you gotta do it. Say you do the crime, you do the time. You put it on the credit card, you pay it off. Of an orange guy like Dad, he's like, you know what? This is crazy. It has to stop. There's going to be pain. This is what pain is. With credit cards and the economy, we're all going to feel it. Just suck it up, Buttercup. Credit card debt hits another record high. I'm assuming this is good, you know, breaking all records. No, my friends and family members, this is not good. This is recession. Good news in a recession is prices drop because we're all broke. We can't afford anything. We lost our job. It is what it is. Market cycles, these are seasons. We all go through them like the fourth turning. We're in the last one. As you know, it's basically scorched earth. It's going to get really, really bad. You haven't seen the really bad part yet. You're just seeing the beginning of it. And then after it, all good. And I know, you know, everything was great when you had inflation at 5.7. Now Trump's first inflation is 2.4, which I don't get the math. I mean, your highest number is almost 60%. Your lowest number is, where are we at? 3%? And somehow you add all those up and give a percentage and we're at like 3? I mean, I'm barely even seeing 3 on the board. But what's worse is they're like 1.9. But you know, since you've subscribed to this channel, I've told you, I suck at macro. Nothing ever makes sense, and I can't make my digits go up that way. Just the idiot that's like, okay, $1 million, just get right above the blue line. 1 million goes up 10%. I'm like, okay, good. I have 1,100,000. That is much more to trade with. Also, better than this I just saw on X, because X is not the woke name. Friend Neil McCoy Ward is like, would you stop calling it Twitter? Want to be woke, broke, Bravo? You keep saying that. I've been scolded, and now on X, the real trick, buy the close, sell the open. That's the trade. Which just reading that, I'm like, wait, I'm going to screw it up. Isn't it easier? Falling wedge, put in short. Once closes, like keep that short open. Go, go, go under the 200 and then click reverse. I actually teach you that in my futures course. Never taught that in any of my other courses. There's a button. You click reverse. Well, there's 2 of them. Do not reverse position and flatten positions. You click a button. One makes the trade go the other way. The other one's like, get out. Hurry up and get that course before I call, I'm calling my guy, The big guy. He's gonna change the price. So hurry up. Get it. Trust me, $199 is a lot cheaper than $1,000, which is the price of all my other courses. And with that, I love you guys, and I shall see you tomorrow unless someone takes my breath away.